When it comes to Khloe Kardashian, I would say one of her most toxic relationships, in the sense that she can't seem to let go of it or escape it, and probably that isn't great for either party, is Khloe Kardashian's on and off again romance with Tristan Thompson. Throughout the years since 2016, the two have been together and have broken up multiple times. The worst part of this relationship is basically all the cheating that happened, and the fact that while it was happening, these two were having kids, trying to raise them. Tristan cheated on Khloe multiple times, sometimes even making her look like a fool in public when she was praising him, just in time for a cheating or paternity issue to come to light in the press. Fortunately, Khloe has ultimately decided to move forward with her life. While the two do remain amicable for the sake of their kids while co-parenting, she has said that she is completely done in regards to pursuing or having a romantic relationship with Tristan at this point. Honestly, even though this next relationship sounds like it had a lot of crazy ups and downs and a lot of problems throughout it, this is a couple I've kind of always rooted for a little bit. And while today they're no longer together, I still kind of root for them today, separately obviously. Interesting. We're talking about Eminem and his ex-wife Kim Scott, often known obviously as Kim Mathers. The two met when they were both in high school. Kim was actually a teenage runaway, and she was actually 13 when she met Eminem, who was 15. He immediately seemed to take a liking to her, and seeing that she needed a place to stay, he brought Kim home with him to stay with him and his mom. His mom also liked Kim and she wanted to help her out. She said that she saw Kim as a challenge, someone who she hoped she could make a difference with and make her life better. In 1999, Kim and Marshall were married, but previous to that, they actually had a daughter together, their famous daughter, Hailey, who was born in 1995. Eminem and Kim have been married twice, but neither time worked out for them, despite them having an extremely lengthy on and off again romantic relationship together. Today, they are close friends who co-parent 3 children together, one of which is Kim's son by an ex-boyfriend, another is their niece, the daughter of Kim's twin sister who tragically passed away, and the third of course is Hailey, who is now all grown up and actually recently got engaged. For a lot of people, the age difference as well as completely different vibes of these two made their relationship kind of a strange one. We're talking about Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. Honestly, I too feel this is kind of a weird pairing. I feel like these people have just like such different vibes, but hey, sometimes opposites attract, I guess. At the same time, I feel like Pete must have some kind of like allure to him or something. He's been attached to so many beautiful and talented women. What's his secret is the question. For Kim, she said that she was attracted to his sense of humor and just really loved that he made her laugh. Honestly, I feel like after Kanye, maybe this was a relationship that made sense when you think about it, because I feel like Pete is very different from Kanye West. I mean, this next one seems like it was an unhealthy obsession that may have happened on both sides, or at least on one of these two sides. We're talking about a fan favorite relationship, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. Initially, after they broke up, it seemed as though Justin could not let Selena go, and even expressed in interviews after their breakup how much he still loved her. Both accused the other of cheating after their breakup, but would years later come back together briefly in 2017 before once again going their separate ways. It was after they split up that Hailey, who had dated Justin in the in-between times, Hailey Baldwin, showed back up and stole Justin's heart, and then the two ended up being married later in 2018, only a few months after Justin and Selena had once more decided to call it quits.
At number 5, we have Justin Bieber and his apparent mistreatment of his wife, Hailey Bieber. It seems like the world is super divided when it comes to this pairing, because one half believes Justin is genuinely mean to her, and the other feels as if people are looking far too deep into situations and crafting scenarios. Still, there's a reason to believe and deny both claims. A video floating around the internet from Kendall Jenner's 818 Tequila brand party is at the center of the Justin-Hailey debate. In it, Justin is reportedly shouting at Hailey around 2 a.m., and his expressions reportedly strongly suggested anger, stress, and intense vibes overall. It was obviously indicated that Justin was yelling at his wife, but the reason behind it is still unknown. Apparent witnesses who were near or with the star all night tell a much different story though. Some fans soon chimed in to weigh in on the final decision, with comments like, "I was right there behind him and he was not yelling at her. He had just gotten off stage at the club and was hyped and had all this adrenaline. They were both smiling and laughing, but of course that's not the part of the video that gets posted. Stop twisting things." Another few said, "It's obvious he's angry, hard to deny there's trouble. The press always trying to make him look bad, and he's making it hard to believe he's a good guy. Imagine how he yells at her when it's not in front of all the cameras." At number 4, we have Olivia Munn and John Mulaney. Reportedly, John cheated on his wife wife by impregnating Olivia after he allegedly discussed not wanting to have kids in his life. Apparently, a source also called Olivia a pick-me girl. The world just seems to mutually dislike these two together, so it's really not a surprise that they're here. Quite frankly, they've confused the heck out of the public and are constant top spot media outlet cover stories for the wild pregnancy that just turned about all romance fans off. Back in May, a People News drop revealed that the TV host and comedian were an item. A source described their meeting to be in an LA church, but that they actually had awkward interactions in previous years. The insider also stated how Olivia and John were looking to take things slowly. However, their first expected child became news only 4 months afterwards. John extended the news on Seth Meyers' late night show, where John spoke about Olivia in a picture-perfect Disney fairy tale type way. But some fans are just not feeling it, and many netizens are upset with both parties and have expressed their endless reasons why they believe Olivia and John's relationship is just bad news. At number 3, we have reality star Kourtney Kardashian and her partner Travis Baker. Fans have been wanting them to break up ever since they started dating, and it seems that insiders have revealed that Kourtney's kids and ex are also uncomfortable with their romance. Endless media scrutiny has painted Kourtney and Travis as attention seekers who are playing up their PDA for the media. And even though their relationship supposedly started through the connection of getting their kids together to play, Mason, who is active on social media, seems to be super turned off by the lengths the couple have gone through to express their desire for one another. In the beginning, fans saw wholesome content online like hand-holding between the two, before things got weird with suggestive videos like Kourtney sucking on Travis's thumb. From then, and probably long before, people were completely turned off and fake gagging, including Kourtney's kids being grossed out and not supporting their relationship, according to the recent source. Their ACPDA post makes Kardashian fans cringe, and many have questioned the validity of the stars' romance. The two have been described as a showboating opportunity, and Kourtney has been put on blast for supposedly being a hypocrite for exposing her life with Travis after previously removing herself from her family's famous reality show due to her tiredness of sharing her life's details. So while they may seem genuine to very few, most believe their increase in their PDA-packed social media posts is merely a tactic for attention. At number 2, we have the married couple momentarily deemed as the world's worst. Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith's relationship has been under scrutiny as far back as Jada exposing herself for entangling herself with younger musician August Alsina. Since then, tensions have been increasing, and the two have only picked up more hate speed steam after Will's infamous Chris Rock Oscar slap that resulted in the actor being banned from the show for a decade. According to numerous reports, these two are headed to divorce land, and it won't be pretty once it's finalized. However, despite word-of-the-mouth sayings that they are determined to separate with one of the ugliest divorce proceedings in the history of the entertainment business, Will and Jada themselves have already stated that they have no interest in divorcing. In fact, aside from their constant ups and downs, Jada has deemed their time as one for recovery, and Will has stated that they have no room for separation. Where this gets weird though is that a close friend of the couple made claims that there have been a cloud in the two's relationship for years, and that their current communication is super limited. The state of California also has a law that states Jada will receive approximately $350 million if the two were to ever get divorced. So yes, of course they should break up, but who's the one really benefiting from it here? At number 1, we have Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox. Any guesses as to why they're a top spot? Well, the public seems extremely over them lately, especially with their latest breakup rumors flying through the Hollywood wind. Despite MGK calling Megan his wife at his latest concert, fans are hoping and pleading for them to just call it quits. Their unconventional romantic ways and blasts of over-informing all the details of their love have been the topic of many fans' conversations, but for a much different reason now. Speculations that they are no longer together are even crazier now that Megan had refrained from posting MGK on her social media, and apparently walked away from the musician leaning in for a kiss on a red carpet, according to some eagle-eyed fans. Many have theorized trouble in their relationship in light of Megan not publicly speaking about MGK since his Life in Pink Hulu documentary. However, MGK is still touring, so their lack of movement may have an actual reason.
From full-on screaming and dinner dates gone wrong, these celebrity couples thought their fights were kept secret, but boy were they wrong. Now starting off, we have Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Now the pair have been caught fighting many times, but one of the first incidents that occurred was shortly after Jennifer's Today interview, with the couple filmed having what looked like a tense argument. Now in a clip that quickly went viral on TikTok, J-Lo appears to taste Ben's drink and then looks at him sternly. She seems visibly fed up with her husband as he tries to defend himself and repeatedly says, "Jen." Now he could also be seen yelling over the music that he did not drink anything. It was theorized that at the time Ben is insisting that he hasn't hasn't been drinking alcohol, and she was tasting his drink to check in the video. Now Ben has been open about his recovery from alcoholism and has been to rehab multiple times over the years, like in 2001, 2017, and 2018. But with the video, most people seem to think that Jennifer is being unsupportive of Ben's struggles. It just looks like she doesn't trust him, which is concerning. Then Ben found himself at the center of attention after he was shown looking bored and miserable while he and Jen attended the Grammys. The pair went viral once again after the cameras caught them having yet another tense-looking exchange. In the clip, Ben can be seen leaning in to whisper in Jen's ear, only for her to turn her head suddenly and sternly say something to him. She then puts her hand on her chest and looks to tell Ben to sit up as he immediately adjusts his posture. Fans on Twitter had a field day guessing about what the husband and wife duo could have possibly been fighting about, with people speculating that Ben's unusual behavior on that night may have been because he was drinking. Simon Cowell and Lauren Silverman met in 2004 while on vacation in Barbados, although Lauren was married to businessman Andrew Silverman at the time. Years later, Simon and Lauren quietly began seeing each other, and in July 2013, people confirmed that the couple were expecting a child together and that the Silvermans had filed for divorce. In March 2021, paparazzi photographed Simon and Lauren arguing while strolling with their son Eric and their dog. Now, people passing by the couple reported that the X Factor judge had a face like thunder while the couple appeared to be arguing, resulting in Lauren walking away from Simon and the former American Idol judge crossing the street to walk on the opposite side of the road while speaking on his phone. Now, this wasn't the first time the pair has been caught bickering in public, as they seem to have been having a furious dispute inside a vehicle in New York City in September 2013. Now, according to Page 6, the pair were spotted arguing at the rear of the SUV with their windows down in broad daylight. Simon was seen with his hands in the air while Lauren appeared upset. Now, hours later though, the couple appeared to be okay as they strolled down New York's Upper East Side, smiling. In March 2016, singer Megan McKenna joined the reality series The Only Way is Essex. Now, previous to her joining the cast, she and her castmate Pete Wicks were rumored to have been seeing each other. Now, the couple started off their TV romance head over heels for each other. However, with both of them having a tendency to lose their temper, things headed south. The relationship and the failure of it became a major plot point on the show's 2017 season, and about a week after the couple's tear-filled split aired on the show, the pair took the drama to the streets, literally, in what The Sun described as an explosive role that threatened to turn violent. Although they were apparently shooting a scene for the reality series, things got out of hand, and production staffers eventually intervened and separated the exes, who were, at times, nose to nose, screaming at and manhandling one another. Now, although the reality stars just couldn't move past Pete's texting scandal, where he was caught sending racy messages to model Jackie Ryland during his time with Megan, they did seem to end up on friendly terms. Now, on a cute, if not slightly awkward run-in during a 2019 episode of Celebs Go Dating, they even exchanged a kiss and briefly flirted. Courtney Cox and musician Johnny McDade had been dating since 2013 and took their relationship to the next level when the Snow Patrol singer proposed 6 months later. However, by November 2015, Cosmopolitan claimed that the pair had split because Courtney was determined to live in Los Angeles while Johnny preferred that they go to London. Now, while the couple renewed their romance in 2016, resolving to work things out and live on different sides of the Atlantic, paparazzi saw them bickering outside a restaurant in West London in August of the same year. Now, Courtney was photographed flailing her arms and appearing strained as the pair sat outside Granger & Co. in Notting Hill, London. Now, at one point, she looked to be holding her head in her hands as things began to become more emotional, even turning her head away from her lover. Now, according to the Daily Mail, she gave Johnny quite the treatment before leaving the table, but they are currently together today as Johnny made an appearance at the revealing of her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame that happened on February 27th, 2023.
At number 5, Nikki Reed and Ian Somerhalder. Nikki Reed and Ian Somerhalder didn't waste any time before taking the next step in their relationship despite having a 10-year age gap. Just 6 months after they started dating, the two would get engaged in January 2015 and would get married in April of 2015. While both had no idea if they were doing it right, they definitely both woke up every day to choose each other. Over the years, the two have done a lot. They've laughed a lot, they've continued to cheer each other on, and they've shown us what a true support system looks like. Since getting together, this couple has continued to show us their love for each other every chance they get. Their endless smiles, family, and reflection have shown age is just a number and it isn't going to stop them from loving each other. And number 4, Aaron Taylor Johnson and Sam Taylor Johnson. Actor Aaron Taylor Johnson and director Sam Taylor Johnson have been together for more than a decade. However, despite having a 23-year age gap, it's never stopped the pair from speaking about their long-lasting romance in various interviews. No one knows the exact age they both were when they first met. However, publications have claimed that he was 19 and she was 42 years old when he auditioned for her. Aaron has even told Harper Bazaar that he still remembers how Sam looked at that first audition when he said, "I knew exactly what she was wearing. This white shirt that she still has that I love. It definitely changed my life, though not in the way I expected." The couple has also never been scared to talk about their age gap, as Aaron has also spoken about it when speaking to Telegraph UK in 2015, when he said, "When I met Sam, I'd already lived a life far beyond most of my contemporaries. I didn't relate to anyone my age. I just feel we're on the same wavelength." At number 3, we have Amber Tamblyn and David Cross. David Cross and his wife Amber Tamblyn have been married since 2012, but the comedian has admitted that he was hesitant to get with the actress at first due to their 19-year age gap. David has even admitted that during the couple's first on-stage appearance at the 2012 comedy show in New York, that he was really unsure if it was okay to even make the first move. He would even then tell HuffPost that "I was slow to make any moves because of our age difference, and also because she was a fan." Amber immediately responded by joking by saying, "If anyone's wondering, I'm 14. At number 2, we have Katharine McPhee and David Foster. Grammy winner David Foster knows there's been plenty of chatter when it comes to his 35-year age gap between him and his wife, Katharine McPhee. However, both have gone on to pay no mind to it. David even went to tell people that "People always make reference with Kat and I with the age difference, but I've always said there's so many things that can bring a marriage down. And age difference is just one of them. There's so many things that can go wrong. We think we have it pretty together." Now, fans were definitely super shocked to see Katharine and David when they first got together, despite some major backlash and criticism the two have faced since getting together due to their massive age gap. The couple has remained classy and has taken it all in stride. At number 1, we have Rosie Huntington and Jason Statham. Rosie Huntington and Jason Statham are definitely in it for the long haul, as the couple has been together for more than a decade despite their 20-year age difference. While some people have raised their eyebrows since the two got together, both don't seem to be bothered by the age gap, as Rosie has even said, "Age is nothing but a number." Rosie and Jason have been best mates since they first met. They laugh, and Jason has created a relationship that she's never experienced in prior relationships. Since 2010, the pair have often showcased their relationship in the public eye and have been proving that they are made for each other, even if there is a 20-year age gap between them. Both seem to be really good for each other and happy, and we all look forward to seeing where the relationship takes them.
At number 10, we have girl boss Zendaya and her leading man Tom Holland. Now, I know who would have guessed Hollywood's it couple would land on today's list. Well, there is a scary amount of celebrity lovers who've given me a reason to place them in 10th. Still, the majority love this couple and think Zendaya is the one for Tom. Yeah, confusing, I know, but stay with me here. Fans' wishes for the couple to separate stems from a deeply controversial issue surrounding the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The duo originally met on the set of Spider-Man Homecoming, where many netizens quickly stressed their distaste for Zendaya bagging the role of the main character's love interest due to her skin color and her race. Avid MCU fans have endlessly pointed out MJ being a pale white woman rather than a fair-skinned one, with genuine reddish-orange hair as opposed to the artificially dyed look Zendaya obtained for the movie's premiere. The hate only intensified for the actress when the following set of Spidey movies were released, and Zendaya was still rightfully positioned next to frontman Tom as his on-screen lover. Since 2017, they've played love interests, but most recently, there have been rumors circulating their potential breakup. However, there's not much theory behind these claims. The couple was first forced to confirm their relationship after the paparazzi exposed them smooching at a stoplight, but before this, they were pretty tight-lipped about their romance due to their wishes for wanting privacy. Their last public display of affection was Zendaya's IG post on June 1st for a short but sweet tribute to Tom's birthday. It seems we'll never really know if these guys will ever split for sure, as they seem to be happily minding their business together. Still, one fan said, "While I appreciate Zendaya's BDE and protecting her man, I need them to stop the farce." At number 9, we have former One Direction member and actress Olivia Wilde. Many speculate their relationship to be a PR stunt, and Allison from Distractify wrote, "Harry and Olivia film a movie together, she's the director. And then once filming ends, there are photos of them spreading online looking lovey-dovey. Sounds a bit fishy, no?" The two two's romance first came to light when they were spotted at Harry's manager, Jeff's California New Year's weekend wedding holding hands. But it probably doesn't help that the soloist was also cast in Olivia's psychological thriller, and now they're all booed up, does it? Fans worldwide, especially former directioners, have expressed their utter refusal in regards to Harry and Olivia's blossoming relationship. At number 8, we have Britney Spears and Sam Asghari. Apparently, Britney's teenage sons and ex-husband are upset over Sam assumably avoiding Britney's quote mental issues and are worried about Britney's mental health overall. Kevin Federline shares 2 sons with Britney and evidently needed to spill the tea on the relationship dynamics of his kids due to his worrying over her trauma. A source discussed with Page 6, quote, Kevin did the interview because he and the boys are upset. They worry that everyone is completely ignoring the fact that Britney is battling mental issues, which is not a secret. Furthermore, the pop star currently married to Sam had a close source of her own brand Kevin's public attempts as pathetic and inexcusable. This is most likely a reference to the humiliation Kevin partook in against his wife when he posted an old video of her and her sons arguing on the gram. Kevin has also once declared his children did not have any desire to meet with their mother at that time. However, a Distractify writer named Kelly Corbett spoke about Britney and Sam's relationship dynamics with, after all Britney has been through, I just want to make sure he's prioritizing her, and sometimes I feel like all he cares about are his biceps. In short, the vibes are off. At number 7, we have Dance Bomb star JoJo Siwa and her on-again, off-again girlfriend Kylie Prue. The two once announced their reunion via Instagram with a Disney World post where they were captured kissing in front of Cinderella's castle straight out of a fairy tale. However, the two split for 7 months prior, and because of this, fans are already foreshadowing another breakup for them in the near future. Some are even wishing it happens now. Rumors of the rekindling were first sparked in April 2022 when JoJo did an extra interview and hinted at how in love she currently was. At that point, speculation that it could be Kylie arose when JoJo purposely left out who it could be, and while many showed support, some were super resistant about them getting back together. Since their breakup in November 2021 left JoJo heartbroken, JoJo did everything from dating Kylie for the first time after a cruise ship in 2019, turning their friendship into something more, and coming out as a member of the LGBTQ+ community following 2 years to reveal her initial relationship. At number 6, we have wife Aniko Parrish and husband Kevin Hart. Now, Aniko has officially decided to remain by Kevin's side after Kevin confirmed his cheating scandal and publicly apologized to his pregnant partner for making a quote bad error in judgment. Aniko has reportedly already forgiven him though. As per his apology video, Kevin explained how he placed himself in an awful situation where only bad things happen, and had crossed the people who were closest to him in the process. There were claims made that Kevin was under threat of extortion, allegedly by a person who claimed they obtained a sexually suggestive video of the comedian and another woman. In turn, Kevin fessed up to his mistakes, and surprisingly, Aniko has since put their scandal behind her. They were later captured having lunch together in an LA neighborhood for the first time since Kevin posted his emotional apology video, making it seem as if no time had passed for them. According to the same insider from earlier, Aniko is quote aware of what's going on and that Kevin is not perfect. She has accepted his apology and is focused on her pregnancy and what's to come. She believes Kevin is a good husband and always comes home to her. She has no plans for divorce.
Khloe Kardashian seems to be stuck in a constant cycle of just like various bad or somewhat toxic relationships. One of the worst ones she was in was a few years back now though, and that would be her relationship with Lamar Odom. What made this relationship so toxic? Well, actually it started off not being super toxic, just being kind of, I think, a bit much for some people. It seemed to move a bit too fast for most people's tastes, for one, which really was only reflected back as being an issue later on in the relationship when they had some other problems. These two ended up getting engaged only after a few weeks of dating. I've been in relationships for years, honestly, and not been engaged, so for me, that feels like it would be moving really fast in terms of just like my preferences. So I'm like, wow, that's a quick engagement. But while it might seem like that engagement would be short-lived because, you know, of how fast things moved, these two still did end up getting married and were even together for 4 years. So honestly, impressive. Considering how fast they move, I'm just amazed by that. Tragically, the toxic ending for this relationship came from struggles with substance addiction on Lamar's side of things. This ultimately led to the end of their relationship, so it didn't end great, but at least they tried. It seems like Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, or MGK, might have some secrets that they are working through consistently. I feel like they're always having some issues that they have to work through. This couple has seen some major highs and major lows throughout the years, and I think a big part of why so many people have strong feelings about them is because a lot of people just don't like the two of them together. I think a lot of people just don't like MGK for Megan. Most people think Megan kind of like downgraded, I guess, when she went for him, but to Megan, she said she felt an instant connection with Colson Baker, MGK's legal name, when the two of them met on a film set where they were working together. Megan is super into astrology, and she just basically felt that on an astrological level, they were in essence destined to basically be soulmates. She has said that despite what the future holds for their relationship, she will always feel a draw to MGK, as she sees the two of them as being each half of one single soul, saying that they are basically twin souls, and as such, she'll just always be tethered to him in some way. Harry Styles ended up creating some drama both on set and in the life of Olivia Wilde. And Olivia Wilde also obviously has her part for creating that drama. It was rumored that they got together on the set of Don't Worry Darling when Olivia was still married. She apparently kept her longtime fiance and father of her children, Jason Sudeikis, away from the set, citing COVID as her reasoning, as he usually would visit her at set. But some think that she actually wanted to do this because she just wanted to hide her infidelity from him. However, this is all speculation, but what we do know is less than a year after meeting on set, Olivia and Harry attended a wedding together as one another's dates in 2021, going public with their relationship. It was a dramatic relationship and would ultimately result in Olivia separating from Jason, who she shares 2 children with, and with Jason serving her court papers regarding the custody of their children while she was in the process of presenting Don't Worry Darling at CinemaCon in 2022. Very dramatic. Needless to say, the pressure was probably too much for Harry and Olivia, whose relationship ended in late 2022, less than 2 years after they went public. Hearing Rihanna talk about how she felt after it was revealed that she was mistreated by Chris Brown was interesting and honestly somewhat hard for me to hear. Rihanna went on to say that after it was made public what Chris had done to her, she kind of felt this weird feeling. She felt kind of like bad for him and actually wanted to be there for him and console him. While she understood, of course, what he had done was wrong and bad, and she condemned that in her mind, she also felt he didn't deserve to lose his entire career, and weirdly felt some shame and guilt in regards to being a part of that and wanted to like be there for him through it, even though she was like, it's really weird. You feel this really weird sort of two sides. This is also something a lot of folks feel in relationships of that nature, victim blaming themselves even, so it's as weird as it is weirdly common. Is this next relationship the most toxic of all time in the celebrity world? I'm not sure, but if it's not, it's at least like gotta be really high up there on the list. This relationship happened between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Yeah, we're talking about that relationship. We all know it because most of us were probably keeping up with the legal battle between them and later found ourselves completely enthralled and somewhat consumed by the dramatic court case that unfolded between these two. I think the court case stands for itself, and if you're not familiar with it, you can go check it out. It's all out there for you. Oh boy, I would hate to be in a case like that. It's like so much of what happened between you is public, and you're also just firing shots back and forth at each other. Crazy. This next one was toxic because of the speculation surrounding the relationship and exactly when it really started. We're talking about Kylie Jenner and her first long-term relationship with Tyga. What was so controversial about this? Because Tyga was so much older than Kylie. That's a lot of the controversy here. These two met in 2011 but denied that they started seeing one another at that time. In fact, they even claimed that when they appeared to be closer 3 years later, with Tyga even throwing a birthday party for Kylie's 17th, that they were not dating at that time. This is despite the fact that Tyga shortly thereafter would get Kylie's name tattooed on him and also end up buying her an expensive car. Oh, and he also called off his engagement to the mother of his child, Blac Chyna, which happened reportedly days after he threw Kylie her birthday party. However, Tyga still insisted that he hadn't left his fiancée for Kylie, saying that that would be ridiculous, but for many this doesn't seem too ridiculous considering everything else that was going on at the time and the fact that the two did end up later dating for 2 years. So
At number 10, we have Billie Eilish and Jesse Rutherford. Billie Eilish has definitely been having a good laugh about the age difference between her and her rumored new boyfriend, Jesse Rutherford. Despite the pair being friends for years, the two have reportedly been dating in recent weeks, and neither have made comments to confirm their relationship, leaving the world guessing what's truly going on. While some people have been disgusted about the fact that the two have an 11-year age difference, many fans have come to support Billie, and they are finally happy that she seems happy with her new beau. While Billie and Jesse have decided to send a message about their age gap to critics by wearing a Halloween costume dressed as a baby and an old man, it definitely was met with some controversy as it didn't sit well with many. One fan would even say, "Billie is grown enough to know how weird and creepy this is, BTW." However, both seem really happy spending time together, so just let the two be happy and leave it at that. At number 9, we have Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble. Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble have been dating for the last 8 years despite the pair having a 25-year age gap. Corey is 42, which makes him the same age as Kris's second eldest daughter, Kim Kardashian. With Kris being 67, the pair started dating back in 2014 despite minor breakup rumors starting in 2017. It was later rumored that the couple was engaged when Kris appeared on the Late Night Show in August of 2018, supporting a massive ring. However, Kris opted to eat a cricket instead of confirming or denying the engagement to Corey. However, despite any rumors since the two have been together, they have seemed pretty loved up as they have appeared on red carpets gushing over each other. Corey has been a major rock for Kris in her life, and he's been such an amazing support system for her. Not only does he have love for Kris, but he also loves her kids and they love him. So that's all that matters. Hey my little peaches, are you enjoying this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. At number 8, we have Beyonce and Jay-Z. Beyonce and Jay-Z first started dating back in 2001 before tying the knot on April 4th, 2008. Despite being 12 years apart, the two would go on to start a beautiful family that constantly goes on to break the internet every time Beyonce announces she is pregnant. When the two first got together, Beyonce was 26 and Jay-Z was 38. Since the two have gotten together, they've collaborated on hits such as Bonnie and Clyde, Crazy in Love, That's How You Like It, Deja Vu, and Upgrade You. Despite cheating on Beyonce, the two have gone on to work on their marriage, and they have shown everyone that age is just a number and that any family can be fixed as long as you believe in love and you work out your problems. However, Beyonce's album Lemonade definitely left us all shook when she called out Jay-Z in the most iconic way. At number 7, we have Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds first met and became good friends when they were filming Green Lantern. Jump to a year later, the pair would officially start dating in 2011, and then they would be married by 2012 despite being 11 years apart. Since the couple has been married, they have been making us all wish we could all find love like them, as their marriage seems like it came straight out of a Disney fairy tale. The couple has 3 daughters, and fun fact, did you know their youngest daughter is named Betty based on the lyrics of a Taylor Swift song who actually happens to be close friends to the couple? Either way, Blake and Ryan have taught us it's okay to date someone older or younger as long as you're happy, and that's all that truly matters. At number 6, Nick Jonas and Priyanka. Nick Jonas and Priyanka have shattered stereotypes related to age gaps when they initially started dating and later got married. Despite the duo being 10 years apart, neither of the two have been bothered by it. Both Nick and Priyanka have shattered stereotypes by embracing their age gap wholeheartedly. Priyanka definitely likes to tease Nick about the age gap, however, she knows it has led to the success within their marriage. Nick has shown her how to use TikTok, and she's taught him about what a successful acting career actually looks like. Priyanka has also gone on to say, "I'm from India, a country rich in culture, in music, in entertainment, so clearly the Jonas Brothers didn't make it over there. However, we seriously can't get over how cute it is to see these two support each other and grow their family."
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner first met on the set of the 2000 movie Pearl Harbor, but were in separate relationships at the time. The pair then started a relationship and got married in 2005, and they had 3 children and likely had a perfect family until their nanny Christine Azoian claimed that she and Ben had an affair. Then in 2016, the pair got caught having an emotional moment inside a car prior to their divorce. The couple were snapped inside their SUV after dropping their 3 children at school when things got heated. Now, judging by the pictures that circulated online, Jennifer was seen frustrated as she made hand gestures throughout the argument. Now, at one point, she could be seen breaking down in tears inside the vehicle. Now, the reason for this? Well, in 2015, sources told Page Six, amid reports of Ben's gambling and alleged cheating with other women, that the pair had been drifting apart and had been in professional therapy for years. Now, their split was announced a day after their 10th wedding anniversary, and they finalized their divorce in 2018, but remain on good terms. Stephen Amell and his wife Cassandra Jean have been married since 2012, but things got a little ugly for the couple when they had an altercation on a Delta flight from Austin to Los Angeles that ended up with the actor having to be removed from the flight. Now, according to a report, Amell was screaming at his wife on the plane and appeared to be intoxicated when a flight attendant asked him to calm down several times. However, the actor had to be removed from the flight by an air marshal and 3 flight attendants who escorted him off the plane, while his wife remained on the flight bound for LA. With the incident made public, Amell felt the need to tell his fans what happened on Twitter, saying that he let his emotions get the better of him. My wife and I got into an argument Monday afternoon on a Delta flight from Austin to LA. I was asked to lower my voice and I did. Approximately 10 minutes later, I was asked to leave the flight and I did so immediately. I was not forcibly removed. He said, also adding, I rebooked myself on a Southwest flight 2 hours later and traveled home without any further issue. I let my emotions get the better of me, end of story. Must be a slow news cycle. Nicholas Hoult and Jennifer Lawrence found love when they co-starred in the X-Men movie series. Now, the pair, who split in 2014 after dating for nearly 5 years, were once spotted having a rough moment during a dinner. According to reports, the former couple was at a restaurant together when they started arguing. Witnesses claim that the actress was upset about something and even threw her hands into the air. Now, Nicholas seemingly also grew frustrated as he started shouting. Jennifer apparently had enough with him as he then stormed out of the restaurant. Jessie Nelson and her then fiance Jake Roche arrived together at the album release party for Little Mix's Get Weird album. They were supposed to be in a celebratory spirit for the event, but things took a turn as it ended up with Jessie crying. It was said the pair were caught on camera having a huge fight before Jake stormed out. Now, as for Jessie, she broke down in tears, ruining her makeup that ran down her face. While it remains to be seen what caused the fight at the time, the couple later announced their split as Jake wasn't ready to have a child. But wow, did he really have to start something with her on the day of an important event? Now, John Mayer and Jessica Simpson were together for a year in 2006 and kept fans guessing on their on-again, off-again relationship. Now, their dysfunctional ways were exposed while they were on vacation in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. By the looks of the pictures captured by the paparazzi, Jessica was so over him. Shortly after the pictures surfaced, news broke out that the couple had called things off. Now, to add insult to injury, it was confirmed that they had actually broken up in these photographs. An insider confirmed this to People, saying they broke up Sunday night, but who knows what the future will hold. This is the 12th time they've broken up. Their relationship is volatile. Last week they felt better than ever, this week things are rocky, who knows what the future will bring. Now, a friend of John added their 2 cents about what went wrong by saying every relationship has its differences, but with Jessica and John, those differences were starting to become more and more apparent. Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick have had many fights throughout the years, and a lot were caught on camera for keeping up with the Kardashians. Although they usually fought in the privacy of their own homes, there were multiple instances where they fought out in public, like when they were having lunch in Miami. Now, the pair only had 2 kids at the time, Mason and Penelope, and these parents weren't seeing eye to eye. Although the drama was revealed to be filmed for an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, so it's up to you to decide whether it was staged or not, but Scott could be seen waving his hands in the air and even pointing at Kourtney. Yet Kourtney just laughed and seemed to shrug off his complaints. Now, the tension continued until they finished their meal and left the restaurant. Now, at the time, Kourtney and Scott were going through a rocky patch in their relationship, as an insider close to Scott told the Daily Mail that he was on a downward spiral and more of a mess than I've ever seen him. Now, the insider also claimed that it was Khloe who stepped in to tell Kourtney that her partner was drinking again. Now, the famous duo have since broken up and still very much co-parent their 3 children together.